What is going on, guys? Jay here, and I'm bringing you guys a Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle, and this is a UU match that I had on the Smoke Gun Wi-Fi Battle Finder up against someone who goes by the name of the AtomicWalrus, and this is like my 10th time trying to narrate this. It's been a while since I've actually narrated a real Wi-Fi battle, so forgive me if I make any mistakes, which, you know, I always make mistakes, so, you know, that's really nothing new. But, anyway, looking at the teams real quick, I thought my opponent would lead off with maybe their Emipalm or something, but there was definitely 3 possible leads for them, being Emipalm, Roserade, and Azelf. But I just decided to lead off my Flygon anyway, just because, you know, my Flygon is always my lead, unless I deem otherwise. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into the battle. My opponent is going to lead off with their Azelf, as I'm going to lead off with my Flygon, and I'm going to go straight for the U-turn because I am Scarf. I can't do anything to this Azelf, and U-turn is super effective against Azelf, and Azelf are very fragile, so I will be able to get super much damage on it, and I can switch into something else to take a hit from this Azelf. Now, I switch it to my Clefable because I thought that this Azelf was probably a special Azelf or something, but no, it actually turns out to be a physical Azelf with Ice Punch. So that right there tells me that I cannot switch into my Gligar at all on this thing, which is my physical wall. So I have to just stay with my Clefable and just hope for the best. Now my opponent goes for the Stealth Rock as I go for the knockoff, and I end up knocking off the Life Orb, which is good and bad, I guess. It's good because the Azelf is not going to be doing a lot of damage to me, but bad in the sense of it's not going to be doing any damage to itself. So yeah, it was kind of a play. I don't know. I just like going for knockoff. But I go for the Seismic Toss there because I knew for a fact that it would kill the Azelf, and if they decided to U-turn out, which they did, I could get some damage on anything else that came in except for the Sableye. Thank goodness they didn't bring in the Sableye, so that's actually pretty good. But I stay in, hoping that if this I didn't know what this Roserade really wanted to do, so I just stayed in, went for the knockoff so I could just negate its leftover recovery. And it's actually going to just set up his layers of spikes, as I'm going to just fire off Seismic Tosses. There's really no reason for me not to. I can't do anything else. I'm not going to switch out because I don't really know what this Roserade has on it yet, except for, like, you know, well, spikes and Giga Drain. So I don't really know what I want to do against this Roserade. I'm not going to switch into my Darmanitan or Shaman because I don't really want them to take any hazard damage. And now my opponent also reveals to me that they have the Synthesis. Now this is a good thing for me because if I can time their Synthesis correctly, I can switch into something else and I can go ahead and kill this Roserade. So I have to time the Synthesis correctly. Now right here I'm going to go for the Wish because I know that I need my Clefable to have as much HP as possible so I can keep on knocking that Roserade down, so then they can go for the Synthesis and I can predict that and switch out accordingly. And so they're going to keep on going for Sludge Bombs, as I'm going to go for the Seismic Toss here. And after this turn, I am going to get my HP back up to almost, well, not almost full, but almost half. That's what I meant to say. Well, actually half, actually, yeah. And now I know my opponent is going to go for the Synthesis, so I'm going to switch out and switch it to my Flygon, because Flygon is the Pokemon that would take the least amount of damage from hazards, because it does resist the Stealth Rock, and Levitate you know, makes it immune to spikes, so that is good. And now I'm gonna go for the Earthquake. I could have went for the Fire Punch, but I didn't think Fire Punch would actually, well, Fire Punch does do more than Earthquake. I don't know why I didn't go for the Fire Punch. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. It's dead, and that's all that matters to me. So they're gonna bring in Sableye. I'm gonna switch out, bring in my Clefable, thinking that you know, it's gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp because, you know, obvious Will-O-Wisp was kind of obvious, and I do have the Magic Guard ability, so I will be able to block the damage from the burn. So that's actually really good. And now my opponent makes a weird play. They go for the Mean Look. Now, seeing that, I don't know why they went for the Mean Look, because, well, first of all, I can't. Well, I know they know that I can't do anything to that Sableye. But at the same time, their Sableye cannot touch me at all, because most Sableye sets I see run like Will-O-Wisp, Recover, Nightshade, and some other move, you know. So seeing that it has Mean Look, I know that it just can't do anything to me. So me knowing that, I'm actually going to predict him to switch out now, and I'm going to go for the Seismic Toss, because I know that he knows that he can't do anything to me. So I know that he's going to switch out, and so, you know, it's just complex thinking. I knew my opponent was going to switch out, so that's why I went for the Seismic Toss on a Sableye, and I end up catching the Azelf, which is actually pretty good. So yeah. Anyway, They bring in Azumarill, I go for the knockoff again because I love knocking off items, and I knock off a choice band. Now that is actually good because I mean that's good and bad. Good in the sense of that Azumarill is not as strong now. You know, it's not going to be doing as much damage as it was before. But at the same time, it's bad because it can switch up moves now. So again, it's like a moment, you know. But I'm actually just going to go for the Wish, and I'm going to pass this Wish off to my Blastoise because I know my Blastoise is going to take some damage from entry hazards and going to take a little bit more damage from the Azumarill's Aqua Jet. So I am going to Wish up, and I am going to get my health back. And now I go for the Toxic, thinking that my opponent is going to predict me to go for the Rapid Spin and go into their Sableye to block it because they do have a spin blocker. And I mean, Blastoise do have Rapid Spin, and they do tend to Rapid Spin, so I don't know why they didn't go into Sableye. But it's fine because I do end up getting a Toxic on this Azumarill, so I can just Toxic Stall this thing, you know, to death if I really wanted to. Well, not really Toxic Stall it, but I could just you know, just wear it down a little bit with Toxic damage and whatnot. And I'm surprised. I knew for a fact that they wouldn't switch out because of how much Double Edge did. So I went ahead and went for the Rapid Spin, and now that their rocks are gone, I can just fire off my Blastoise. I don't need it anymore. Hazards are gone. That's really all I needed to do. And both of their Pokemon that set up hazards are dead. So there's really no need for Blastoise anymore. So I can bring in Shaman now, and I can go ahead and go for the Seed Flare, and I will be able to take out this Azumarill. So that is a dead Azumarill, and things are looking pretty good for me. And now my opponent is going to switch into their Ambipom, and I know that the Fake Out is coming. So I'm going to switch into my physical wall, which is my Gligar. Let me tell you something about Gligar. Gligar has got to be just one of the best physical walls I've ever seen in my life, dude. Even like Gligar is just so fucking broke. Like, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I love it so damn much. It takes physical hits so well. And if they're resisted, it takes like no damage from it, you know? Except for this hit that is about to take from this Rhyperior. I go for the Toxic just for some random reason. I don't know why I went for the Toxic. Oh well, it doesn't really even matter. I'm going to stay in and go for the Earthquake, thinking that, hey, this Rhyperior can't do anything to me. It's probably going to do some weird shit. I don't know. What is it going to do? Ice Punch, and that is a dead Gligar. But actually, this is good for me, because now I'm actually able to switch in my Shaman freely, and I can go for the Seed Flare and I can take out this Rhyperior. I could have went for the Earth Power, but I figured, you know what, Earth Power might not kill. I don't know why I was thinking that. I mean, I am Expert Belted, but you know, I didn't want to risk it because that thing could have had Mega Horn, and I would have ended up losing my Shaman right then and there, which wouldn't have even been a problem because I don't even need Shaman. But I mean, well, actually, I do need Shaman because Shaman's my only that was my only solution for that Rhyperior. But they bring in Ambipom again. I know they're gonna go for the Fake Out, so I went ahead and switched to my Clefable as fodder, and now I'm gonna switch it to my Flygon, and I'm gonna go for the Earthquake, and that is not gonna be a dead Ambipom because Flygon sucks and doesn't take it out, and so it ends up taking a fucking U-turn, but that's fine because the Ambipom does end up KOing itself with the Life Orb recoil, and now all they have left is their Sableye, and at this point I'm just like good game. Because I don't care. I'm staying there with my Flygon. I'm gonna let it die. I don't need it anymore. You know, I'm just gonna get some little damage off on it with Earthquake, and I'm just gonna let the Sableye kill me. So that's pretty much that. I don't need Flygon anymore. I'm just letting him kill me. Just let him kill me. I really don't care because I have two attackers left. One of them being a fucking Darmanitan, and Darmanitan hits like a fucking truck. Okay, like. I might be jolly natured, but you know, Stab, Sheer Force, Flare Blitz, you know, it's over. You know, it's over for that Sableye. I mean, I was actually surprised that I was able to OHKO a Sableye like that. So I was like, wow. I mean, I'm not banded or anything, you know, so it's just it was surprising to me. But that was a good game. If you enjoyed this video or whatnot, narration and stuff, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out. And if you missed my last Wi-Fi battle, which was my 300 match, you know, yeah, go check that out. And I will see you guys in my next video.